Hey everyone, welcome back to the next part of the Tiger Hills Hockey League season preview. Travis Longman with you alongside Ollie and Leonardo, Gwen Superfly, and probably a few of his other toys throughout this interview. And on the other end of this conversation, we got Troy Graham of the Carberry Plainsmen. Troy, how are you doing tonight?
Good, thank you very much. How are you?
Oh, can't complain. Always nice to talk some hockey.
You bet.
How was your off season?
It was good. Busy summer, the usual, but seems like it's early to get back to the rink, but here we are.
How are the Plainsmen looking heading into the upcoming year?
Is you not over there?
Troy?
Yeah.
How are the Plainsmen looking coming into the season?
We're good. We've got a few new guys. Obviously, with the team like Cartwright taking a year off, it shuffles some players and teams around quite a bit. We ended up with Jaden Johnson, who played there the last few years. He's coming to play in town, and then we've also got a new Justin Kelbright from Calbert from Pilot Mounds joining us this year as well. So picked up a couple guys that way from just some teams, and then the usual. We got a couple new young kids out of high school and stuff in town. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a rough stretch for the Plainsmen. How did you guys finish last year?
Yeah, definitely not getting the results we wanted all year, but I think we finished with 2 wins, a couple ties, definitely a couple games we thought we could have had more and wanted more, but we're it was our second year as a team, like coming back from quite a few years off, so we're still working through it, and we're hoping for we had 1 win our first year back and then 2 last year and a couple more points, so we're hoping to build again this year.
Well, if you double your win total this year, that'll be 4 wins, and obviously the hope is more. What's attendance been like since you guys have returned?
We've had great support from the community. Same, like they've been looking for a local team for years, and we've finally been able to put a local team on the ice mostly. So they've been very good to us, showing up, lots of support. We can't thank them all enough for coming. It's been nothing but support from the community, so it's been good.
Yeah, and definitely every time I've interacted with you guys on social media, you guys have been nothing but respectful and responsive right away. So that's been one of my favorite teams to interact with. I was hoping you guys would have got a few more wins last year. But
I just joined the pizza.
Go play.
I just joined the pizza to melt.
Okay, Ollie, we all saw your pizza. Go play.
Pizza band.
Okay, we're pizza band. So let's chat about some players that are on the Carberry Plainsmen. Who are some of the big names to watch for?
Well, Dalen Creasy's been a good player in the league for quite a few years now. He started with the first go around of the Plains, and then he was in Nipawin, and now he's back with us. He's runs our power play on the point, and he's a very good player. We got both our goalies keep us in games, help us win the few games we do. So Connor Slip and Joel Barron, they stand on their heads every night for us. We got a couple young high school kids this year, or I guess they're not high school anymore, but Carson Nakonechny and Trey Dixon coming up, who we're all looking forward to see him play in senior. They had some pretty good high school hockey careers, so we're hoping they can just step right in with us and continue that. And then we got Tavish Quinn still playing with us. This is his third year. He's been one of our better players every year. Zane McConnell, he played a year or two in Cartwright before we started the Plainsmen again. He's always there getting points for us too. So we've got a decent squad of guys ready to contribute this year again.
Yeah, a big thing in senior hockey is getting enough players out. That's almost as more important than getting quality players out. The quantity is more important, I'd say.
Yeah, it's. I think there's a fine line for sure. We're lucky. We've had nothing but quantity. We've had to tell. Well, people are still texting me looking for spots on the roster this year, but we've probably had about 30 guys try or come out and skate and everything, and we've whittled it down to the 25 we've got for the season now. So it's a good problem to have. Too many guys, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely. Especially since last year, Boys of Ing couldn't even get enough players to consistently put a team on the ice. You love to see these small towns keep their senior hockey team.
Yeah, it's good that Boys of Ing's back, but we're fortunate that the like Tiger Hills League, we've got like most teams or leagues are going losing teams every year, and boys, we have one team in, one team out, but it's to have a 17 team league is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You mentioned the 16 teams now, hopefully at least 17 next year with Cartwright returning. Is this the strongest senior league in Manitoba, would you say?
Yeah, I think the success of Elkhorn and Boys of Ing, like at the provincial level and in the recent years, there's a lot of very, very talented hockey players in this league, but there's also a lot, like in the Southeast League, there's very good teams there too. So it's hard to say if we're, I don't know, best on best. It's probably very, very tight. So it's good. There's a lot of good hockey players in the province.
Absolutely. There's a lot of good senior hockey players on the prairies. Nothing else to do in the cold winter but to get down to the rink and support your local team.
No, it's a good pastime and winter hobby, that's for sure.
Let's chat about a few of the players. Who are some of the big players to watch for
in the league this year?
For you guys, first of all, and who do you guys in your division too?
For us, I think like the guys I said before. In the division, like Killarney's always going to have their good players. I think they got a couple guys from Cartwright too, maybe I heard. So they're going to be even better. Who else? Neepawa and Gladstone and Minnedosa, and McGregor, like that. Those four teams, you know what they're getting there. That's a bunch of hardworking teams with usually 3 very good lines a night and then solid goaltending. But there's going to be a lot of tough games again this year and a lot of good hockey to be played.
If you were to describe the Plainsmen to someone who's never seen them such as myself. Hopefully, that should change this year. I think I have you penciled in for a game in February, and hopefully, life circumstances allow me to do that game this year. I had to cancel a few last year due to personal circumstances, but things are going better this year.
That's good. Describe the Plainsmen. Well, we're going to be a gritty young team again, but we've added a lot more speed this year with a few guys, and I think we've rounded some edges, and we've brought in Plainsman alumni Phil Wells. He's going to be coaching us this year, so that's going to help with our other two coaches, Greg and Nate. I think that'll be a big help, and hopefully get us rolling good off the hop.
Yeah, and good coaching is having your team prepared to go to battle every night. That's huge, especially in this league.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's a big part being ready to go in this league. Like everyone that plays works a 9 to 5 job, and then it's sometimes hard to want to go to the rink on a Friday evening or a Sunday afternoon, whenever it is. But it's part of the deal, playing and trying to be prepared.
Who's Carberry's biggest rival in the league?
Oh, I don't know about now. We've had some good games with McGregor. It's a bit hard to say. We haven't really had a ton of like real competitive games the last 2 years to kind of give a baseline on that. So if I had to say someone right now, just off the top of my head, it'd probably be McGregor. We've had a few good games against them and got a win against them one, and so yeah, good hard hockey we play against them.
What are some of the areas of strength and weaknesses for the team?
Probably our goaltenders are a strength. Our power play, I think, this year will be pretty good. We've got added a couple guys there. We're gonna have 4 solid lines. I don't know if we're gonna have, like, some of these teams have 1 or 2 superstar lines. We're not gonna have. We're probably gonna hopefully have 1 real solid line, and then everyone else just fill in and be a good 3 other lines after our first. But we're gonna play full games, and it should be a good season.
I haven't done this with any of the other interviews, but prediction time. Who's going to come out of each division?
Probably Killarney. That's a tough one. Ooh. Rivers, no, Elkhorn and Killarney, I'd say.
That seems to be the general consensus that I'm getting, but there's several teams that could come out of the other division. The division of death is what I'm calling it.
Yeah, it's going to be a doozy. Though, like, it's hard to say. I think there's going to be, I think, like, even Killarney and Elkhorn, I think, I don't know. Well, I've heard Elkhorn's losing a few of them. Maybe they're veteran guys, and I don't know what Killarney's done, but I think the league's starting to look quite a bit different from when I started playing 10 years ago, obviously. So it's hard to tell on a nightly basis.
Who have you heard that Elkhorn's losing?
I think one of the older McLeods is done. I can't remember who else. I don't know how. I don't know. I think it's just a couple of them that were hanging them up. But So they should. I'm sure they'll still be good, and that's
what a way to
tough
go
rink.
out.
Yeah, and that's a tough rink to go play in, even if whoever they have. So
Yeah, I'm from Mooseman, and my brother used to go there to play quite a bit. And I can't remember if I don't think they won very many games against
yeah,
Alcorn.
I know the feeling. So, but oh well, that's a good hockey
We
town right
did
there.
beat them a few. Yeah, definitely, and they love their Seahawks.
Yeah,
Got tremendous fan
Positiv's good.
support.
No, they are a good hockey team. There's no doubt about that.
What would make this season a successful season for the Plainsmen?
Definitely a few more wins. Like if we could get 5 or 6 wins, I think we'd call that it'd be a success if we had 18 wins. But I think 5 or 6, like just measuring stick from the first few years, and keep building. And yeah, more wins is always a success, I guess. But just compete too. It'd be nice if we didn't have too many blowout games, which we were less last year than the first year. So just the little things, keep getting better every year if we can as a team, and keep going.
One of my favorite questions to ask. What's the best food at the Carberry Arena?
Our French fries are with the McCain plant here. We get the Mac fries and the Mac oil, and they're cheap, so that's tough to beat.
Is there anything else you'd like to add tonight, Troy?
No, I think that's good on my end.
Yeah, I've covered pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. All the best to you this upcoming year, and looking forward to catching a few Plainsmen game here, right here on Thhl Media.
Awesome. Thanks very much. Thanks for what you do for the league. It's nice to have someone do a little bit of coverage on it.
Oh, it's been fun ever since I got into it. I'm looking forward to many years keeping it up.
Right on. That's good.
Troy Graham, head coach. Troy Graham of the Carberry Plainsmen, not the head coach, not the coach, just a representative from Carberry, chatting up how the Plainsmen are going to do, and looking forward to the upcoming year. This is the next part of the Tiger Hills Hockey League preview show right here on Thhl Media.